Welcome to the NASCAR Hot Wheels Cup Series Season 2. We are here for the 6th race of the season, live from Watkins, Glen International Speedway, ready to do some road course racing. We have just passed the halfway mark of the season. We have 5 races left until we reach the playoffs, which of course means the race for the playoffs is heating up. We have 16 cars. The top 12 will earn a spot there. Anyways, it's our first road course of the season. Let's take a look at our favorites for today's race. First up, it's your pole sitter, Clint Bowyer. He's been unstoppable all season long. He won the pole last week at Talladega. Also, we're watching the 41 of Kurt Busch. He was last week's winner at Talladega. We're taking a look at the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. He's had a couple of nice finishes here in recent weeks. And another Stewart Haas car we're taking a look at is the 10 of Aric Almirola. Let's go ahead and take a look at today's track, which is loosely based off the actual Watkins Glen International Speedway. We start with a steep downhill. We then head into a tight couple of right-handers. The cars will then go through a kicker, which will send them into a fast 180-degree turn. They'll then go through a second booster, which will send them through a tough left-hander right into another right-hander, and cars will go over the bridge and finish the track. The cars that go the farthest will win the race. Anyways, let's take a look at today's rules. The top 3 placers in today's race will earn playoff points. The top 3 cars in stage 2, the top 3 cars will win stage 2, and the top 8 cars will win stage 1. 5 points if you win a stage, 1 point if you lose a stage. Our pace car, the Lamborghini Countach, is making its run. It's through the booster, and the Countach spins out. A tough run for the pace car. Let's get racing. The 9 of Chase Elliott, who qualified 16th, will lead us off. He's had a tough year so far. He won't make it to the booster. A terrible run for the 9 car. Let's see if his teammate, the 24 of William Byron, can do any better. Byron's off. He's through the first 2 right-handers. Can't get to the booster either. He's better than Elliott, but a tough start for Hendrick Motorsports today. Now we have the defending race winner, the 21 car. Different driver, though, this week, Paul Menard. Paul Menard hits that tough left-hand turn, but a solid run for Menard. He heads to first. Now we have the 31 of Ryan Newman, still in search of his first career NASCAR Hot Wheels Cup Series win. He won't get to the booster. He's just ahead of Elliott. Now another Hendrick car. We have the 88 of Alex Bowman. Bowman's off. Through the first 2 right-handers. Won't get to the booster. Hendrick struggling mightily. Now the 11 of Denny Hamlin, the first Toyota to take the course today. Hamlin's off. Gets through the right-handers, through the first booster, through the 180, through the other booster. He'll make it to that third right-hander, the third 90-degree right-hander. He heads to first. Now the 4 of Kevin Harvick. He's struggled all season long, looking for a good run. Gets to the first booster, handles the 180 nicely. He's over the bridge. He won't get to the end of the track, but a fantastic run for the 4 car. He's into first. Now we have the 2 of Brad Keselowski. Keselowski has struggled here in recent weeks, looking for a good run here for Penske. He gets to the first booster, but he spins out. A hard wreck for Keselowski. Let's take a look on this replay. Came through the booster, got offline, and just lost all control of the brakes, it looks like. Big crash for the 2 of Brad Keselowski there in that 180-degree right turn. Tough luck for the 2 car. He's struggled a lot in recent weeks. That's not helping things either. Now we have the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. Hendrick Motorsports has struggled mightily today. Let's see what the 48 can do. The 48's through the first booster, handles the 180 just fine, and he'll have a hard wreck there in that right-hander, the purple turn. Now the 22 of Joey Logano, looking for his first win of the season. Logano's through the first booster, handles the 180 fine, but wrecks where Menard did. Solid run for Joey Logano nonetheless. Now we have the 18 of Kyle Busch, looking to do better than his teammate, the 11 of Denny Hamlin did. He's currently in second. Busch through the second booster, and he spins out through that left-hand turn there. Now we have the 10 of Aric Almirola. Almirola is looking to replicate his teammate Kevin Harvick's run. Let's see what he can do. Almirola's through the first booster, through the second booster, over the bridge, looking for the lead. He's going to get it. The 10 car finishes the track and is headed to first place. Let's take a look at that fantastic run by the 10 of Aric Almirola. A lot of cars we've seen struggle early in the course, failing to get the booster, but Almirola handles it nicely, handles those first 2 right turns very well, goes through the booster, comes off it straight, unlike Brad Keselowski, handles the left and right turn there well. We've seen some of the Penske cars and Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin have problems there, and once you get through those final 2 turns, it's smooth sailing to the end of that track. Now we have the 78 of Martin Truex. Both Toyotas have had good runs today, but none of them have been able to get over the bridge. Let's see what Truex can do. Truex is through the 180, through the second booster. He's over the bridge, looking for the lead. He won't get it, but he heads to second as he passes Kevin Harvick. Now we have the 3 of Austin Dillon. Chevy has had a rough day so far. Let's see if they can improve it here with a nice run from the Richard Childress car. He's through the first 2 turns and booster. And Austin Dillon with a massive wreck in the 180-degree turn. Just an awful wreck. Like Keselowski, he got offline, and when he came into that 180-degree turn, he came up onto the baking and just flipped through it. A poor run. Hopefully Austin Dillon is okay. It looks like he will be. He and Keselowski both having problems. Now we have another Stewart-Haas car. They've been dominant all weekend long here at Watkins Glen. They're currently first and third. Let's see what Kurt Busch can do. Through the booster, through the second booster. He's looking for the lead, and he's going to get it, passing Aric Almirola with a great run. Take a look at this run from Kurt Busch. The 2 Stewart-Haas cars to go up to this point are third with Kevin Harvick and first with Aric Almirola. Clint Bowyer, of course, is the pole sitter. And now we have our 4th Stewart-Haas car here today, or third to make a run. The 4th we talked about here today, Kurt Busch making his run, and it was unbelievably clean. Look at this. Gets a fantastic start, and then look at the speed he's able to carry through the first 2 turns into that first booster. We haven't seen a car do that all day. Fantastic handling of the 180-degree turn. Again, carries great speed through that S-curve, and then he's able to just come and cruise by Aric Almirola for the lead. Wins by about 3/4 of a car length. Almirola is on that left rear quarter panel, as you can see. Now it's time for our pole sitter, Clint Bowyer, going for his 3rd win of the year. Let's see if he can beat his teammates. Fantastic run so far. He's through the second booster, looking for the lead, and he will get it. Absolute dominance from the 14 car. Clint Bowyer was the favorite coming into the day. He's been the favorite pretty much every race we've been to this season. He's won too many poles to count. He came in looking for his 3rd win here today, and he easily gets it. Look at this. We talked about how good Kurt Busch's run was. Look at the speed he's carrying. This is absolutely insane. Unbelievably clean. Insane speed, and he keeps it on the track at all times. We've seen cars when they've gotten too fast struggle to keep it on, like Austin Dillon and Brad Keselowski. Clint Bowyer has no problems, and you can see it's no contest. He's about a car length ahead of the 41 car there. There's a look at your top 5. 4 Stewart-Haas cars in it. They dominate the day, but it's Clint Bowyer ultimately taking home the victory for Stewart-Haas Racing. His 3rd victory on the season. It's the 4th win for Stewart-Haas Racing in general. Here's a look at your sponsors for the 14 car. Crash Beef Fan 65 and Dancing Yeti Gamer 2003. Congratulations on winning again. Clint Bowyer, of course, is going to be celebrating with a lot of beer there in Victory Lane. Congratulations to Clint Bowyer on his dominance of the weekend. He sweeps the pole and the victory. Thank you so much for watching here from Watkins Glen International Speedway, but don't go just yet. We are going to take a look at the finishes and the point standings and all that before we get going here. The day was dominated by Fords and Stewart-Haas Racing in general. Clint Bowyer was first. Kurt Busch was second. Aric Almirola was third, so they sweep the podium. Kevin Harvick has a career best finish there with 5th. 1 Toyota sneaks into the top 5, with that being Martin Truex Jr. Here's a look at your point standings after Watkins Glen. Clint Bowyer finally beats Austin Dillon and takes over that first position. He leads Austin Dillon by 3 points. The Busch brothers make up 3rd and 4th, and another Toyota and Martin Truex Jr. is 5th. Meanwhile, the Penske cars are free-falling in the standings. Brad Keselowski is now down to 6th. Joey Logano is now down to 11th. He's on the cut line. He was a top 5 car at the beginning of the season, but Joey Logano is now in danger of getting cut. Kevin Harvick's 5th place finish was not enough to get him above the cut line, but he is now threatening Chase Elliott. Meanwhile, Paul Menard and William Byron continue to struggle and sit below that cut line. Jimmy Johnson is just remaining above it as well. So their 4 getting cut right now are Elliott, Harvick, Menard, and Byron. Harvick, though, looks to be building some momentum along with the rest of Stewart-Haas. He's looking to challenge Johnson, who's part of Hendrick Motorsports, which has been struggling. Clint Bowyer, meanwhile, obviously picks up his 3rd win. He leads the playoff point standings with 15. Austin Dillon is 10th. Kurt Busch moves into 4th with a playoff point today, tying his brother Kyle Busch. So that's all for now. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all later. Peace.